Welcome to my Fortnite Battle Royale Season 5 Week 2 Challenge Guide. In this episode, I'll be showing you how to complete the challenge that has us scoring a 3-point shot at different basketball courts. So you need to successfully shoot 5 of these 3-pointers to complete the challenge. Luckily, there's at least 10 basketball courts scattered throughout the map, so this challenge shouldn't be too difficult if you know all the locations, which I'll be showing you. So first of all, this is a brand new type of challenge. I say this because you actually need to be a certain tier on the Battle Pass to even attempt it. You can only do this challenge if you've unlocked the basketball toy, which is tier 11 on the Battle Pass. If you're not that tier yet, you need to grind a bit until you unlock it. Now while there are basketballs on the map, as far as I know you can't pick them up and shoot them. In addition, I highly recommend that you go into your dances and put the basketball as one of your first screen emotes. Otherwise, you'll have to cycle through a lot of the screens to get to it. And the fact that you usually can't hit a shot on your first attempt only makes this even more important to save time. Now the first location I'll showcase is in Junk Junction. This is one of the easier ones since it's a bit isolated from the rest of the map. Once you've cleared the area of any enemies, you can find the basketball hoop next to the orange crusher. Now as I said, it'll likely take you a few attempts to make a shot. As far as I know though, you can only make 3-pointers. If you shoot while too close, it'll just go flying over the hoop. So position yourself well behind the 3-point line and you should be able to sink your shot eventually. Your shot and distance, by the way, also appears in the kill feed, which I think is pretty cool. Next up is another outskirts location, which is at Snobby Shores. So if you're gliding into here, the second house from the right has a basketball court in its backyard. And there's also a chest spawn on the bench right next to the court itself. Now even if you miss a few shots at this court, you should be relatively safe from any enemies lurking nearby. And here's the exact position on the minimap. From Snobby Shores, you can travel to the nearby soccer stadium, which also houses a basketball court. There's actually quite a few ATK spawns in Snobby Shores, so you can make your way in style if you prefer. Now there's 2 hoops here at the stadium, and it's a fairly big court. And this is the exact location on your minimap. Now from here, you could either try your luck at Tilted Towers or head to Greasy Grove, both of which have basketball courts. In addition, don't forget to utilize the newly added rifts to your advantage. In fact, you could use the rifts that spawn near the giant stoneheads to travel to either of these locations as well. I like to glide into the courts at Tilted Towers after the first circle, which usually means the area has been cleared by then. And there's a full-size basketball court here, so you can shoot on either hoop. You can find this court in the northwest aspect of the city. Now another relatively safe location is found at Grandma's house on the hill to the northwest of Fatal Fields. If you land west of the house perched up here, you'll see a Raggedy Ann ghetto basketball hoop and half a court. There's not even lines painted on the ground, so you'll have to eyeball how far back you need to be. It shouldn't be too difficult, however. And here's the exact spot on your minimap. Now the last location I'll show you is at Greasy Grove. Just be warned that a lot of these spots will have enemies watching and wait for some challenge seeker to try their luck at the courts. You're obviously going to be super exposed when standing in the open playing basketball, so be prepared to get a few cheap shots taken at you or get bald bull charged by savage enemies who don't care what challenge you want to complete. Once the coast is clear, Larry Bird your way from downtown and sink your 5th and final 3-pointer to complete the challenge. And this is the exact location for the basketball court in Greasy Grove. And that, as they say, is that. Now I showcased 6 locations for you to shoot your basketball toy at and complete this challenge, but there's actually 10 courts out there on the map. So this image done by Twitter user Squatting Dog showcases all 10 locations. The last 4 are found on the eastern side of the map. 3 of them are pretty close together, and then there's an outlier near Paradise Palms. Regardless of where you decide to go play basketball, you only need to sink 5 shots to complete this challenge. Just remember to always keep an eye out for scallywags looking to ruin your fun.